Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me for another episode in the What's in My Bookcase series. I haven't counted the number of videos lately. There is a dedicated playlist on my YouTube channel though, so if you wanted to watch past videos, you can if you're new to the series. But we have been at this for several months, so today is, I think, part 3 of the art book series. And for those of you who are new, I'll just point out that I've had all of these books for years. Yes, I've picked up a few new ones, excuse me, affordable thrifted ones, since I began the junk journal journey. Say that 3 times fast. But the bulk of these I've collected over many, many years. I said we're doing art books, but I just, excuse me, thought I was done with the damn cough. I just want to, before we get to that, talk about this one. It says, What I Believe, A Young Person's Guide to the Religions of the World. And the only reason I'm showing you this is because I think it's important to recognize that the books we buy serve a variety of purposes. Now, I can say with a straight face that rural Alberta, excuse me, is not very cosmopolitan, which means that when I look around, I see people that look like me, which is fine, I guess, but it also means that I'm missing out, all of us are missing out on being exposed to diversity of other races, cultures, ethnicities, customs, all that sort of thing. Now, I am not proud of the fact that I know very little about the various types of religion. So when I saw this book, which is intended for children and is really written that way, maybe teens, I grabbed it for me, because how else could a person get a very quick primer on the world's basic religions? And so I finally read it the other day, enjoyed the pictures, and realized that I'm probably not going to remember everything that I read, but the reference is here. And, I'm not trying to say anything other than let's use our books for whatever reason we need them, whether it's to educate ourselves, to amuse ourselves, to inform ourselves. And if we happen to use some for our crafting, well, that's great too. Anyway, enough about that. Excuse me. Okay, so this one is a thick book. Oh, darn it, I don't have a ruler. Do I have a ruler? I've got millions of rulers. Maybe I can use this sewing rule because I didn't bring one close to where I am. These books are all going to be big. That's why I've got my phone raised a little more than normal. So 11 1/4 by 10. Modern painting, the Impressionists and the avant-garde of the 20th century. And you can see that this is absolutely in mint condition. I could do without some of the weirdness. This is a famous one. I think it's called, Nude Descending a Staircase. I'm shooting this in the morning beside an east-facing window, so I know that you're getting some sunbeams and probably some shadow, but frankly, I have to do this when I can. Modigliani, characterized by those long, skinny necks. I have a reproduction Modigliani that I absolutely love. I don't even know. They only give him 3 pages in here. So I can't show you the one I have, but it is, of course, one of those things that you could get lost in most of these images because they are truly done by the masters. Van Gogh. And I can't foresee the day that I cut this up, but there is something to be said. Don't know what that is, but it's dated 2002. Probably the last time I looked at this book. The Gleaners. Anyway, I need to keep moving along because there is quite a big pile. This one, Masterpieces of Canadian Art from the National Gallery of Canada. Now, at one point, oh, I forgot to tell you the date on this first one. 1998. At one point, I was lucky enough to visit the National Gallery of Canada in Ottawa, and it's remarkable because, I mean, as nice as it is to see these books and have them, you know, at hand to look at anytime we want to, 1990, there is truly nothing like seeing the real thing, sitting on one of those benches or getting, you know, up close and just soaking in the majesty of the art pieces. Now, of course, a lot of pieces will have been added. 8 Red Boots. That was purchased in 1974. I guess the beauty of this book is that all the images are on the one side. I wonder if they've got that, what was that famous, infamous piece that the government paid millions for? It was basically a red stripe on I think a blue background. This all the ones I'm seeing so far tend to be fairly, okay, we're into more. I love this sort of landscape. This is, of course, the Group of 7. This is famous. Nice firm butt cheeks. We can all aspire to that. Oh, I forgot to tell you a size. This one is, sorry, I'm going to get in sync here. 12 1/4 by 9 1/4. This is a big one. I'm building some core strength here today, lifting these books. 12 1/4 by 9 1/4 by 1 3/4 spine. In the World of Art, Sandra 40. 2000, well, copyright 1998. Okay, so it looks like they're starting with the 1200s up to the 1980s. Pretty ambitious project to try to capture all of that. There's Andy Warhol's Marilyn Monroe. Cezanne? Nope. I thought that was a Cezanne. That's gorgeous. 18, okay, this guy, no, girl, woman, lived from 1855 to 1919. Evelyn de Morgan. Look, Alphonse Mucha. So there are obviously pieces in here that we recognize from books and day books and calendars and gift cards and digitals and the Gleaners again. Okay, we're getting into the older stuff now. So this guy, born in the late 1590s. We should probably see what is the earliest one in this one before moving on to the next title. Now, of course, a lot of the early ones were, you know, had a religious theme to them. The very first one in here is this one from 12, the Virgin and Child in Majesty's, surrounded by 6 angels. This person died in 1302, so really very, very old. Okay, that's a big one. Now again, sometimes, especially if a person is, you know, some of these books are, of course, coffee table books that are showing you these masterpieces. Something like this is good to have in one's library because it is instructional in nature. Anatomy for the artist, 142 full-page plates. Oopsie. Almost 13 by 9 3/4. So again, there is a whole, I don't know, of course, I'm sorry if you can't see the whole thing. These books truly are big. Oh, 1953. And they've named it the heirs of whoever, it was a Hungarian thing. Wonder what I've marked here with flags. Oh, hands. Hands are always a challenge. More hands. Ooh, some pipes on this one. More hands. I must have been into hands at the time. The nice thing about that is that you've always got one attached to your arm, so you always have something to draw. So of course these are showing, you know, some gesture type drawings that basically show the body in various stages of movement or pose. There's the vertical. We can see how the shoulders are sitting and how the hips are angled. So there's no shortage of instructional books out there, and I'm sure we'll, and here of course they've laid on some muscle to show exactly how it you know, affects the ultimate shape of the body. It seems like they've only used a man in here. That's kind of unfortunate, because female bodies are different. she said in a proclamation of whatever. Okay, Drawing the Nude, an introduction. This is a smaller book, thinner book, 10 by 7 3/4. Diane Constance. Mm, 1994. In some of the art classes that I took, we had a live model, and that back in the 90s took a little getting used to. But, I mean, it's obviously more effective than drawing from photographs. Okay, Watercolor School by Hazel Harrington. This is a Reader's Digest book. I didn't know that. Did I say Harrison? I meant to say Harrison. 1993. I think this woman has more titles, if I'm not mistaken. And I've shown you these sorts of books before that are instructional and also show you the progression of a particular piece of art. Oh, that fox is cute. Saw a little guy the other day running through someone's actually yard site. They are pretty cute. So it shows some techniques like dry brushing, you know, I'm sure wet and all that jazz. Color swatches are always a good idea. And I think, obviously, if you've watched any YouTube videos at all, you'll know that people do that for everything from watercolors to distress inks to whatever. The Usborne Book of Art Ideas, over 200 ideas for things to do with acrylic paints, chalk pastels, ink, and you will notice this is just a soft cover, 12 by 9. You will notice that I don't discriminate between books that are intended for kids and books that are intended for adults. When we had our business, I ran a series of art classes for kids. So, you know, you sort of need to structure things in a way that makes sense for, you know, the age and stage of the students. And it's like that book I showed you on religion. Oh, this is cool. Why couldn't a person do that now? Blow paintings. So I wonder if this is what, maybe this is tempera or something. Oh no, it says watercolors. See, they've blown the splotch of color and then added some facial features. See how something like flipping through a book like this can trigger some ideas for something that a person could try on their own? Oh, I was saying it's like that book on religion. It's, oh, glue pictures. You know, when you get it down to the basics and it's written for a young audience, there's a simplicity to it that works on even us. Patterns and dots, thick and thin. That looks like a collage, for heaven's sakes. We know something about collages. Brushwork. Or, in a more sophisticated way, mark making. Some of the different found objects that you can use to make marks. I'm just going to keep that one for last. Oh dear, I even have this. Watercolor Workstation. Little tiny, no, those can't be wins. Oh, Temperacolor. It's got a W on it, but I doubt that it's Winsor Newton. Oh, some blank pages, clearly that I haven't painted on. Oh, and that's good. They're perforated. Well, I should pull those out. I'll do that after the video. So basically, I guess it's got a bit of step-by-step instructions. There's something, I mean, luckily in life we don't have to choose. Like, there is something so compelling about watercolors. And yet, I also love the vibrancy and texture of acrylic. Almost makes me want to pull out my brushes. Love it. Okay, two more. Oh, I was saying, like, with that anatomy book. Oh, let's wipe some dust off this. The Business of Being an Artist. I doubt that I ever read this. But when I'm on a mission, when I am immersing myself in a topic, I leave no stone unturned. I hope that if you haven't already done so, that you check out my What's in a Name video, 11.5 by 10.5, because in there I talk about a book that was life-altering, and that might explain some me and some of my behavior. This one is a book about Varley, Frederick Varley. Oh, this is the son of Frederick Varley. So he happens to be a photographer, filmmaker. So obviously he was focusing on his dad's work. So it's a mixture of landscape and portraiture by the looks of things. Such a different, now mind you, I shouldn't assume that all of these are Varley's work. Although why would he, they must be his. Oh, and this is all basically probably bio-type material. That was the guy in 1932. Stormy weather. This is one that we keep seeing over and over again. Okay, second last. Methods of the Masters, Degas. Okay, this is another big one, 12.25 by 10.25. Oh, I've been forgetting to tell you the year. 1990. So they've got the painting and then certain close-ups. So here's that, oh, this one's called the tub. Then we can see her hair, close-up of her foot. So it's kind of, again, instructional in that it shows you more than, so gouache and pastel was his. So definitely a different mood that comes with this guy's materials and techniques. Degas life. $1700s. Okay, that's his self-portrait. So he, oh, circa 1857 too. I don't know when this guy lived and died, to be honest. Okay, this last one. I was surprised to find it on this shelf with these art books. Doesn't this look promising? Why is this with art books? Okay, it's called The Remembering Garden, containing flowers for each region and month, garden plans, and all matter of information for a country garden. How, I mean, other than the lovely book jacket, how did this end up with art books instead of flower books? Ah, would be very interesting if I had another copy. I love this. My goodness. Beautiful. How big is this, by the way? Almost 12 by just over 9. Can we soak that up for a moment? 1980. Oh. So it's got these little details, or maybe what we call thumbnails now, that are linked to, oh no, it's identifying the flowers. Down, yeah. Okay, so a lot of those. Oh, okay, they're calling that the glossary. One year is sufficient to behold all the magnificence of nature, nay, even one day and one night. For more is but the same brought again. This sun, that moon, these stars, the varying dance of the spring, summer, autumn, winter, is that very same which the golden age did see. Even this is cool. This layout for gardens. How could I have this and not know it or have forgotten? And this is very much like, you know, that hand-lettered type thing. A William Morris quote. Paper is lovely. Poppy pods, love poppy pods. More garden plants. Oh, they're showing what's in bloom at particular seasons. Those look good enough to eat. These are wonderful. Did I tell you that I bought 3 cucumber plants. 2 of them got touched by frost in early spring, so I ended up with 1. And I've harvested 2, count them, 2 cucumbers. So that probably works out to about, about $6 a cucumber, probably. And who says gardening doesn't pay? nasturtium. I am just gobsmacked by this book. After I finish taping, I have to go and look at my flower books and see if I have another copy. That would please me immensely. Oh, I forgot to tell you that my hydrangeas have started blooming. The variety I have is hardy because I was able to overwinter it, and it's called Limelight. So it's that, you know, delicate green crocuses. I should read this first part to know what is going on here. So, 1980, Roseanne Saunders. Beautiful, beautiful. Run, don't walk to wherever you might find a copy, because it is gorgeous. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop there. Since I've set up this little thing, I'm probably going to do a few more episodes while I'm in the flow here. So yes, every Sunday for as long as I have new material, there will be videos being uploaded in the What's in My Bookcase series. I hope that if you're enjoying this, you give the video a thumbs up, comment, and of course, maybe most important, well, no, it's all important, subscribe as well. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time. Bye.